Welcome back, YouTubers. This is Michael Edge again of, can I say it? Mike's Magic Auto Detailing, Car Detailing, and Paint Enhancement, Paint Correction, whatever you want to call me. I work on making cars look better. This is our Tacoma we've been working on, 2002, 2003. And this morning, I'm going to be working on these fender flares and some of the other plastic and rubber trim and all that kind of stuff to try to resurrect it, bring it back to life, make it look almost as new, and in some cases probably better than new. But I just wanted to get you a good close look at this fender flare before I get started. You can see where I kind of scratched my fingernail over it the other day trying to see what I was dealing with. A lot of surface oxidation, contaminants and that kind of stuff. It has been thoroughly cleaned and prepped. In fact, this morning I will probably put some paint prep on it just to make sure it's absolutely as clean as possible. Then I will be using a product, and this bottle's kind of dirty because this stuff stains quickly. Solution Trim Restore. Solution Finish it's called. A little bit pricey, but you can buy smaller bottles than that, although it goes a pretty long ways. That bottle I just showed you I've been using for quite a while. That's why I have these gloves on, because it will stain your hands. But if it gets on like protected paint here, you could tape this off, and sometimes I do if it's single stage paint or does the clear coat's not very good, because if it gets on this paint, all you gotta do is wipe it off with a microfiber towel. What you do with this stuff is you take a foam brush. I've got a whole bag of them over here. I'll show you one. I forget where I bought them. And you just pour a little bit on there and you just spread it on. You paint it on. This is not paint, it's not dye. As I understand it, it's a charcoal base with a bunch of other chemicals in it. And what it actually, it's a semi-permanent restoration process. It is pretty much the industry standard among professional detailers. Every top level detailer that I know or that I know of or that I keep up with, I'm talking the top high level detailers, all use this stuff. Most of the retail stuff that you buy will work to some degree, but it's extremely temporary because most of those are silicone or petroleum based products. Some of them may have a little dye in them, but they don't last very long. I've used it on my Mustang and a few other vehicles. My Mustang, I used it several years ago. It still looks like I did it yesterday. Of course, it's like anything else. If you don't maintain it, it's not going to last an extended period of time. One of my neighbors has a Tacoma, a red one. I've showed you that before. I restored his a couple years ago. He ignored it. It just sits outside, never gets touched, and they faded back again. So I redid them for him some time back, but this time I put a ceramic coating on them and they looked, he said, better than when he bought the truck. And that's what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to finish it up with a ceramic coating. And you have to maintain these things. And also what they tell me is a lot of this that comes up on these things, because they use such a cheap plastic, there are impurities within the plastic or vinyl itself that, due to exposure to the elements, those rise to the surface or just under the surface, and that's where a lot of that white effect comes from. But I'm gonna do like half of this. I'll put a tape line there, and before it even cures, I will show you the difference that this stuff makes. It's incredible, absolutely incredible, almost unbelievable. Now there are one or two copycats that are coming out, but all they've done is taken this man's idea and work and copied it. His name is Chris West. He's a one-man operation. I think him and his daughter or something like that. But at any rate, I'll get started and I'll bring y'all back and show it to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so when I do things like this, you will be notified of new videos that come out. And if it's a learning process for you, you want to do that so you can keep up with what I'm doing. I'm not a high level professional. I don't consider myself an expert, but I have worked very hard trying to educate myself about this stuff. There are so many factors involved in each and every vehicle. Two vehicles made at the same time, minutes apart from each other, same color, can be totally different in the way you have to treat them. Sometimes each part of a panel, you have to treat differently. Sometimes you just have to experiment, but it's all in knowing what to experiment with and what to expect out of certain products and certain tools. So there's no simple thing, but there are simple principles as a do-it-yourselfer, a weekend warrior, as some people call them, driveway demons, as I prefer to call them, that there are things that you can learn that will help you do a better job, do it more efficiently and more quickly, and sometimes a little cheaper. All right, I'll catch you folks later. Don't forget, hit my subscribe button for me, folks. Catch you later. Bye.